Yo, what's up guys? We are indeed getting a bunch of new support for a lot of different archetypes, but we've got new Ghosttricks, we've got new Dark Magician support, and we've got new Hero support, we got Synchro support. It's crazy. But anyways, let's go ahead and hop right into it. So first off, the new card, Stalemate over here, is a new trap card that says, during this turn, both players must play with their hands revealed. While your hands are revealed due to this effect, if both players have cards with the same name in their hands, neither player can activate the effects of that card or cards with the same name. I mean, obviously this is going to be really good for a mirror match, but I don't know if people are actually willing to side deck this. But you guys let me know what your thoughts are on Stalemate. Next up though, we have a Zubaba support, I guess, called Zubaba Cho. Anyways, it's Gaga Coat over here. And wait, is it Zubaba? It's both, I guess. Anyways, it's a level 4 Earth Warrior effect monster with 1800 attack. It says you can only use the first and second effects of this card's name once per turn. The first part is it says if this card is in your hand and you control a Zubaba or a Gaga monster except for itself, you can special summon this card. The second effect is you can target one Go or Do monster in your graveyard and special summon it. Also, for the rest of the turn, you can have special monsters from the extra except for Xyz monsters. Okay, that's kind of interesting. I mean, that definitely is just like a free spam monster, and it is level 4. Because there's a lot of different ways you can actually OTK in those Zubaba and Gaga archetypes, but I don't know if anyone's going to be really willing to mess around with this. But it's cool that we're getting support for also Performapals over here. So this is Performapal pop-up. Here's what the card looks like. So it's a normal spell card that says you can only activate one of this card's name per turn. The first effect says send up to 3 cards from your hand to the graveyard to draw that many cards. Then if you have 2 cards in your pendulum zones, you get to special one. You can special summon Performapal monsters, Magician Pendulum monsters, and or Odd Eyes monsters with different names from your hand up to the number of cards you drew, with levels between exclusive the pendulum scales of the cards in your pendulum zones. Also, if you do not special summon a monster with this effect, you lose 1,000 life points for each card in your hand. Wow, would people just be willing to play this? Because, like, yeah, you'll take some damage, but being able to cycle 3 cards from your hand, and then you can draw that many cards. Yeah, I guess it could be -1, but if you have a deck that can really plus off of cards in the graveyard anyways, that's really good. You know what? I'm going to try this out. Dude, could you imagine this in Lightsworn? Just be like, oh, let me go ahead and send 3 cards like I can't really use at all. That is really good. I would totally take the life point loss for this. Dude, this card is actually insanely good for just so many different archetypes, right? I didn't read this wrong, where it's like you have to have any of those cards. Yeah, just send up to 3 and then draw that many cards. And if you have them, you can potentially special them, but I don't need that. Anyways, next up though, we have Ghost Meets Girl, a Mayakashi's story. So this is a quick play for Mayakashi's. It says you can only activate one of this card's name per turn. This is first part, and it is quick play. So during the main phase, you get to target one zombie synchro monster you control and special summon one of your zombie monsters with the same attribute as that target that is banished or in your graveyard, but banished during the end phase. You can have special summon monsters for the rest of the turn after this card resolves, except for zombie monsters. Okay, so basically it really helps out Mayakashi's, but you can technically utilize it in other things, utilize it as a stepping stone to go into further combos, and I think the card is okay, but Mayakashi's, while they can just go straight up and synchro a bunch of different cards, and there is technically a way where you can zombie soul absorbing bone tower and make it game, this would technically help out too. If you guys haven't seen that, it basically is an OTK way to play Mayakashi's. I'll link it down below in the pinned comment, definitely check that out. It's actually kind of cool, but I mean, this card will definitely help out that OTK. Next up though, we have Dark Magic Secret, so more Dark Magician support, which is quite cool, and I recently uploaded the new Dark Magician stuff. If you guys haven't seen that, I'll link it down below also in the pinned comment. But quick play spell card says, activate one of these effects. Fusion summon one fusion monster from your extract using monsters materials from your hand and or field, including Dark Magician and or Dark Magician Girl as fusion material. Ritual summon one ritual monster from your hand. You must also tribute monsters from your hand and or field, including Dark Magician or Dark Magician Girl, whose total levels equal or exceed the level of the monster you summon. What? That's actually really strange. I guess it's supposed to be for, what is it, the Magician of Black Chaos, right? I don't even remember that. Let me go over this effect, because I'm pretty sure, what is it, this one over here. Oh, it doesn't even matter. It doesn't even have an effect. I was like, wait, what is that card's effect? I love the artwork, and I remember people loved it, but at the same time, I just don't see it really having too much of a point. Maybe there's another card that interacts with it. But let me know if this is even worth going for. I just don't see a reason why. But maybe this is a hint that we're getting more new Ritual Magician of Black Chaos support. That would be quite cool as well. Next up, we have Generation Next, which is a new GX theme. It's probably for heroes. Anyways, it's quick play. Spell card that says you can only activate one card with this card's name per turn. The first effect is if your life points are lower than your opponent's, take an elemental hero monster, Karibo monster, or a Neospatial monster in your deck or graveyard whose attack is equal to or lower than that difference, and either add it to your hand or spell summon, but you can't activate cards or effects of cards with that name for the rest of the turn. Oh, but that's so helpful though, just being able to get that specific name. That is an insanely good card, dude. There's so many huge potential plays with a lot of these cards that are coming out to the game. And I will give you guys gameplay, so if you're new here and you want to see that, hit subscribe, turn on that bell, and I'll be uploading it very soon. Then we also have a new Synchro Support, dude. This over here is going to be one of the coolest sets. But anyways, Synchro Chase is a continuous spell card that says you can only use the first effect of this card's name once per turn. The first effect is if you Synchro Summon a Warrior Synchron or Stardust Synchro monster, you get to target one monster graveyard that was used as material for that Synchro Summon and Special Summon in defense position. The second part of it says your opponent cannot activate cards or effects in response to the activation of your Synchro monster effects that have Warrior Synchron or Stardust in their original names. Okay. That is actually pretty cool as well. So it lets you basically have immunity, and on top of that, you just cannot activate anything. Oh, and then on top of that, you get an extra free card. Not too bad, not too bad. All right, then next up we have a Ghosttrick Fairy, which is going to be a level 2 Dark Spellcaster effect monster with 900 attack and 1000 defense points. And it says, cannot be a normal summoned face up unless you control a Ghosttrick monster. Once per turn, you can change this card to face down defense position. The second part of it says, when this card is flipped face up, you get to target a Ghosttrick card in your graveyard and set it to your field, but banish it when it leaves the field. Then you can change face up monsters your opponent controls to face down defense position up to the number of face down cards you control. Okay, so that's kind of cool that you can basically just put some face down, but more than likely, because the way this game is oriented, you might not be able to hit the card that you want because it's going to be a link monster and they just can't change. But nonetheless, that is indeed those new Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I'd love to know what you guys think about this. I think there's a lot of potential, again, with like this new hero card and that new Performapal card. I definitely will give you guys gameplay very soon of Light Sword. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and if you did, drop a like on it. And if you're new here and want to see gameplay of any of the things that we just talked about, I'll be uploading it very soon, so stay tuned for that. And if you guys want to send me any replay files of any of these new cards, would love to see that. And I also will be streaming this week, so if you guys want to catch me live on Twitch, just follow me on Twitch and you'll be notified when I actually stream. I do definitely want to test out this card. I think this card can be utilized, again, in so many different ways, and there's just so much stuff to cover. But anyways, thanks for tuning in, guys. Have a good one. I'm signing out. Peace.